Hello, friends and volunteers. My name is Courtney Beckel. I'm the volunteer program manager at the Johnson Creek Watershed Council. Typically, this time of year, we are all getting together and we're doing something fun. We're having dinner, we're feasting, we're playing games, we're doing haikus. Last year, we had a great trivia round. There was a raffle. It's a super bummer that we can't get together in person and appreciate you this year. But we just wanted to send you a little something letting you know that we are thinking about you and we miss you and we can't wait to get back together again soon, hopefully. Needless to say, COVID has caused us to have to cancel a lot of our events this year, but we have been able to go forward with our two biggest events watershed wide in March and the Johnson Creek cleanup in August. So that's a really big win. And our volunteers this year, all of you helped us do tons of things, including planting, invasive species removal, especially garlic mustard, removing trash, and also conducting wildlife surveys in our community science program. And there were a ton of different roles that you all were doing with us, including some of you were creek crew leaders, some of you were board members, served on committees, restoration volunteers out there planting trees. We had photographers, web experts, we had a map maker, and lots of other folks that played special niche roles in making this magic happen. So we just wanted to thank you all so much for everything that you do. And while we wait for events to be safe again, I'd like to invite you to keep your eye out for our community education series. It's a monthly webinar series where we introduce you to experts on topics across the board, from power mapping in the watershed to native plants of the Pacific Northwest. So with that, I'd like to open up the floor to a couple of our other staff members that want to say hello.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Tiffany Mencius. I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator. I'm really excited to be able to say hi to you from here. So right now in 2020, we at Johnson Creek, we've been able to do a lot of really great things, even with socially distanced events and things like that. We've had events where we've been able to get plantings in the ground, do certain types of litter and trash removal, things like that. One thing we're looking forward to coming up in 2021 is more small socially distanced events and changing that format as it becomes more safe. Other things we have going on is an iNaturalist event coming up in the springtime, which is going to be an online platform that's virtual and you could do from anywhere. So we have lots of different ways for people to connect with us. For community science, there's going to be the salmon surveys are finishing right now, but next year, 2021, look for beaver surveys, dragonfly surveys, and salmon surveys as well. We're going to have those in socially distanced ways where you can pick up the gear that you need and do things remotely. And we're going to adapt everything as we can and still get a lot of the changes and cool things that we normally do on the ground too. So thanks so much. Bye.
Hi, everybody. I'm Noah Jenkins. I'm the riparian program manager at the Watershed Council. We were able to squeeze a couple of smaller restoration events in this year around all of the COVID stuff, in addition to the two big events that Courtney mentioned. So we were able to have an event on some private properties in Milwaukee in January that brought out, I think, about 40 people. Which was amazing, where we got to remove a whole bunch of invasive species from some properties that then got planted later that winter. And then we did have an event to do some spreading of mulch out at our Mitchell Creek restoration site this past summer in July, where we got a bunch of plants mulched and daylighted. In addition to those two, we were able to do more on the garlic mustard front than we have ever done this year, thanks in large part to a cadre of Confluence AmeriCorps members who were either partially or completely idled due to the COVID epidemic at their regular work sites. So our last year's member, Drew Donahue, had the brilliant idea of enlisting them as our garlic mustard task force for the year. And so we were able to get out and cover more than 30 acres of garlic mustard sites and get garlic mustard hand pulled from all of that territory, which was amazing. So many thanks to all of the folks who came out and helped with all of that.
Hi, everyone. My name is Catherine, and I am an AmeriCorps member for the 2021 term, focusing on outreach and riparian work. It's so nice to be with you virtually. I'm here to talk with you about our educational programming from this past year. So prior to COVID, we were able to engage with school groups in person for various service learning events, including plantings and invasive removal. We worked with students from many different schools and age groups and backgrounds. Following the regulations in March, we were able to continue working with school groups and partners, specifically at Leach Botanical Garden, conducting macroinvertebrate surveys, and also as well invasive removal. Despite the challenges of this current school year, we were able to work with 3 schools in a remote setting using educational videos and even live streaming from the watershed with Sabin Schellenberg Technical Center. We are looking forward to future in-person, socially distanced service learning plans for this coming winter and spring. Thanks so much for your support and hard work.
Right on. Well, that's about it. I want to bring this back to the gallery view and invite everyone to come back on screen and just say one last time, we really miss you all. Thank you so much for everything that you've done and sticking with us. Thanks for a great year, and let's have a great 2021 together.
Thank you. Bye.
Appreciate you.
Thanks.